This right here is Darryn Peterson, and his game is built on pace and quick decisions rather than hesitation and recklessness. For example, when he's coming off this screen, there's going to be two options available. Since his man chased over the top, this more times than not forces the ball handler into a drive, and then if the big is to commit to helping over, well that's when the drop off to the screener or a lob over the top becomes open. In this case, since the big is going to drop back and not apply much pressure to Darryn, that's when you see him continue to attack the basket, and even though he's met at the rim with some contact, he still gets the bucket to fall. Seeing things like that is a great sign, as it shows you he can read and react quickly, and if you look at Peterson here, he's waving his hand, and this isn't just for show. He's doing this to signal for his teammate to clear out. Now instead of rushing or anything like that, Darryn waits for him to start moving out the way, and this clear out wasn't called for an aeiou. When you look closely, you're going to see Darryn signal for the big to come up. All that's happening here is calculated. He now has a side that is overloaded, which gives him ample room to operate when coming off the screen going left. If the big was to play back on the screen, he could shoot it. If they decide to meet him at the level of the screen instead, well, he can attack right past him due to the momentum and speed advantage, and as we see now, Peterson has two defenders left to worry about. If the corner defender would have helped off, Darryn could easily send it over for a three-pointer. But since he stayed connected, the only worry at this point is the weak side help in the middle of the paint and the potential of getting blocked from behind. These are the exact moments where Peterson can make this skip pass all the way across the court to the corner once you realize that the help is deep in the paint, or with quick thinking like we're about to see, he can gather with the left hand to make the big commit that way for the block, and then in mid-air switch hands to then slip this in with the right hand. Yeah, crafty and poised, and this is the name of the game. As there was many times where he could take the easy route by kicking it up ahead once the defender committed to him, but when taking on that challenge himself, Peterson could take a slightly wider angle to avoid a lot of contact on the drive, but with the chances of running into the help right here and making it a tougher finish at the rim, Darryn decides to angle his attack more into the defender to be the first one to initiate that contact, and then as he's gathering, you can see the hand on the hit from the defender, and although a lot of people hate when players sell calls, this right here is a skill in today's game. Usually when watching young players, they can be very indecisive on the floor, but Peterson has his mind made up before defenders even know it. Such as when the pick and roll is being activated, Peterson knows that if the big isn't right there by the time he puts the ball on the deck, he's going to pull up and let it go. As we roll the clip, you're going to see the big navigate more towards the bottom side of the screen rather than at the spot where Peterson will be coming off, and you can see Darryn already loading up, ready to fire it. Trust me, that's what makes you special in the league. Anytime the defense gives you space or shows their hand like they do on this play, that's when you make them pay. Right here, the defender went over the screen to force Peterson into a drive, and you can see right now that he's shading him hard to push him to attack. Things like this will work on guys who aren't confident in their shot or who play at a much faster pace when it comes to half-court attacking. But Peterson, he sees this as the perfect opportunity to rise up and bury it home. Coming into the Summer League, you could already see the maturity Darryn plays with, but it's great to see further on display. He's not falling for everything that shines, because as good as it looks for him to continue to drive the ball here, you have to remember that these two could slide over at any time to help cut off the drive. And yeah, it could open up passing angles, but why even risk it? Along with that, he would have the big chasing him from behind, so the smart move is to serve that sidestep to create that separation, and say it with me, this one right here is straight cash. It's truly not often we see a guy come out in his Summer League debut dictating the pace while also looking calm while doing so. He never really looks sped up, out of place, or lost on what decision to make. Now, I'm not saying that Peterson has no flaws, no, not at all, but what I'm showing you is what it looks like when a number 2 overall pick plays the game at a veteran pace. If you made it this far in the video, consider hitting that like and subscribe to push me further in the algorithm, and also, you've unlocked the Darryn Peterson card on my website. This is where you can put him in your rec lineup and play a season, or challenge me and other members to a head-to-head. Just head over to the rec and under the YouTube codes, type in Darryn Poised Peterson and you will get the card in your lineup. I appreciate you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.